Over the period of years, we've evolved from an artist management company to a music label to production house, music festivals, all of it starting out as different companies and finally consolidating as what Only Much Louder is right now. Music was never a part of my life at all, remotely. I was not a music fan or, I grew up listening to music. In fact, it was all academics. I was quite a nerd, still am. The reason, in fact, I dropped out was I wasn't learning much, so, I felt like it's a waste of my time. The music thing actually happened very accidentally. It's just friends kind of coming in, plugging me into different bands and artists. I started when I was 18, so there was no roadmap at that point of time. The roadmap was just I wanted to stay away from college or do something else, so it was just 1 year at a time at that point. I would say it's only about maybe 2 years really into it where it looked like this is something that I could keep on doing for a while. I like Bollywood music. I have absolutely no problem with it. It's getting, I would say, from the time I've been listening to it, it's getting better and better because the people making Bollywood music are getting better. So now you had the period of 90s where it was a lot of cheesy music coming into. Now you have from Vishal Tishekar to Shankar Ehsaan Loy to Sneha to Amit Trivedi and all these guys doing great music. And they're doing great music because there is much better Bollywood films being made right now. There is a lot of substance and content also coming in. I think it's very, very important for Bollywood music to be around for independent music to get even bigger. I think that elitism has dropped. That musicians are not so elitist about it's Bollywood. I think now is the substance in Raghu Dixit to Ankur Tiwari to Indian Ocean to Mohit Chauhan to a lot of the bigger names I mentioned. They're all people from the independent music scene who crossed over and who've done stuff. So there is absolutely an opportunity to thrive and survive. When I started in, the biggest problem with the industry was, which existed since the 70s, is it was a monopolistic situation. There were a couple of promoters and everybody was just plain lazy. The opportunity I saw was not the music industry, it was the laziness in the music industries. There are always opportunities. I don't know when opportunities end. I don't think there's ever such a time when there'll be, there are enough artist managers or enough music festivals or enough venues. There is always opportunities for that. Be it even management in terms of the number of artists that exist, number of managers. There is a major mismatch when it comes to it, and I believe it will change dramatically because this is the first generation of kids who are passing out of universities and colleges who want to be part of the creative industry. They don't want to just go join an Infosys or join this or join that. They actually want to do their own startups. They want to work with smaller companies. The number of resumes we get from mainstream IIMs and IITs and things like that for people who want to join us, I think it's a good sign of that people are thinking out of the box completely. And that's because of, to be honest, it's the circumstantial thing of what's going around in the country. It's they're uninhibited. People are not afraid of doing things anymore, and they're fearless. So I think it's a great time for entrepreneurship, and there is social unrest, which is always great for both art and business in general. Will there be turf-based conflicts between artist management companies, things like that? The idea of competition is conflict. But in this case, who's our consumer, who's our client? It is, they're the artists. So which means people are going to be working harder for the artist. When you're working harder for the artist, the reach is going to be better, which means you're serving the fans, which is why competition is good. So competition and conflict will go hand in hand. You need free markets, you need people, they need to have the right to kind of do what they really need, what they want to do without actually being pressurized. You need a 20-year-old coming in, taking on, we might be a larger company in that sense, but they should have that opportunity to take a bigger company on. And vice versa. I think that absolutely needs to exist, and it's a good thing.